You think deep thinking is a gift, but what if it's a trap? What if the more you understand, the harder it becomes to live? Friedrich Nietzsche didn't go mad because he lacked intelligence. He broke down because his mind wouldn't stop digging until it unearthed everything, including meaning itself. Nietzsche's mind never rested. While others lived on belief, he tore belief apart. He didn't seek comfort, he sought truth. But truth isn't always a reward. Sometimes it's a psychological wound, one that deepens the more you stare into it. Have you ever asked yourself questions that made you feel more lost than found? That's not weakness. That's what happens when your brain is wired to uncover. Instead of escape, he famously said, "God is dead," but it wasn't defiance, it was despair. Because once he pulled apart the illusion of faith, what remained was nothing. No structure, no grounding, just a free fall into psychological chaos. This is what many thinkers never talk about. When you deconstruct everything, you also deconstruct yourself. Have you ever felt like the more you understood the world, the less real it felt? Nietzsche lived in that feeling, and it nearly destroyed him. Nietzsche wasn't surrounded by admirers, he was abandoned. The more he thought, the less he could relate to friends, to love, to life. Because when you see through everything, you lose connection to anything. That's the psychology of isolation. When your thoughts become so vast, they can no longer be shared. 1889, Turin. A horse is being beaten in the street. Nietzsche runs to it, wraps his arms around it, cries, collapses, and never recovers. No more writing, no more thinking, just silence. This wasn't sudden madness. It was the slow erosion of a mind that saw too much, without anything left to hold on to. If you've ever felt like you're falling into your own thoughts, Nietzsche was already there. Deep thinkers are often admired, but they rarely talk about the cost. The sleepless nights, the emotional disconnection, the existential dread. Nietzsche didn't just overthink, he outthought life itself, and it left him psychologically unmoored. That's the dark side of deep thinking, when your mind becomes so expansive you forget how to live inside it. He died in silence, eyes open, mind distant, a philosopher swallowed by the very thoughts that once made him brilliant. If you've ever felt like your thoughts isolate you, that the deeper you think, the harder it is to connect, you're not alone. Subscribe to Echoes of the Mind, because sometimes those who see too much need a place to feel seen.